Hello everyone, welcome to the video lecture on Unix programming. I am Professor Bharti Kale, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, AITM. Today we are going to see how we are going to write the Unix command, that is actually what is the structure of the Unix command here. To give a command to a Unix system, we can type the name of the command along with any associated information such as file name or options, and just then we have to press the enter key. The typed line, that is called as the command line, and the Unix uses the special program which is called as the shell or the command line interpreter, which is going to interpret what we have typed into the terminal and what we want to do. The general format of the Unix command is, first we have to write the command. If that command is going to contain any options, those options will be written here, and if that command is going to contain any arguments, those will be written here. And these options and commands has been written in the square bracket, means those are optional here. The component of the command line are, the first one is the command, then options which is required by that command, and the arguments which is required for that command. Just make a note of here. Options must come after the command and before any command argument. Option should be written after the command and before the argument. Option should not appear after the main arguments. Then next, see command structures. Command have to obey some particular syntax which has been governed by the following rules. The first one is, command names must be between 2 and 9 characters in a length. Your command should contain only 2 to 9 characters. Command names must be comprised of lowercase characters and the digits. Option names must be 1 character in a length. Any and all options are preceded by a hyphen sign here. Without any options, arguments may be grouped after the hyphen sign. The first option argument following an option must be preceded by the white space. Just see the example here. Hyphen sign is there, then O is the option and S file is the argument. But if you are going to combine this option and the argument, that will be illegal. Means here it is going to give the error here. Option arguments are not optional. Even our options are going to have some arguments. Those arguments are not optional. Compulsory you have to give those arguments to your options. Then next, if an option takes more than one argument, then they must be separated by a comma with the no space. Or if space is not provided, then that complete argument should be included within a double quote. Just see the example here. Hyphen F is there. This is the option where this option have the 3 arguments, that is past, now and the next. Okay, so just here these arguments has been separated by the comma. This is the one option, or instead of that you can say that all 3 arguments has been written within a double quote here. Even this will be acceptable here. All options must precede other arguments on the command line. A double hyphen may be used to indicate the end of the option line while writing the commands. The order of the options are order independent. In any order you can give the options for your commands. A single hyphen means it will be used to mean the standard input there. Then we'll see about the options part. An option is preceded by the hyphen sign, or even we can say that the minus sign. Example just here, ls is a command. It has the one option, that is L. So in between these two, this hyphen sign will be there. There must not be any space between the hyphen sign and your option. As we can see here, there is no difference white space between the hyphen sign and the option L. Options are also have the arguments but given a special name because they are predetermined. Options can be normally combined with only one hyphen sign or the minus sign. Just see here. ls is a command. It has the three options, that is L, A and T. Okay, so all options has been preceded with the hyphen sign. Even this command can be written as ls then hyphen sign. Just you are going to combine all the options here. L, A and T options has been combined for this command here. Then next, the file name arguments. Unix commands use the file name as arguments so that the command can take a input from the file. The commands uses the file name as an argument. It will usually be the last argument after all options. Just here, cp is my command which will be used for copying file name 1, file 2, file 3 and the destination directory. Second option will be rm command, then file 1, file 2 and the file 3. These are the file names from which these commands are going to take the input, as well as the output will be provided in these arguments only. The command with its option and argument is known as the command line. The command which is going to take the options as well as the argument, that we are going to call it as the command line. Later the entire line will be fed to the shell, as the shell is going to interpret and execute those commands. Then next, flexibility of the command usage. Means here we are going to perform some operations on the command. The first one is we are just combining the commands. Even Unix allows us to specify more than one command in a single command line. So each command has to be separated from the other by the semicolon. Just see the example here. Here we are executing the two commands, that is wc and the ls, where wc it will be used for the word count and ls it is going to list the files. So we are executing the two commands in a single line, but this has been separated by a comma. We are combining the two commands in a single line here. Even we can group several commands together so that their combined output is redirected to a file. Same thing here, we are combining the two commands with the semicolon. Then whatever the output it is going to display, that can be redirected to a file. So for redirection we are going to use this symbol. Greater than symbol will be used. When a command line contains a semicolon, the shell will understand that the command on each side of it needs to be processed separately or executed separately. This semicolon, it has been called as the meta character. Thank you.